Bernadette King. Today is Monday, September 14th, 2020. I am here with all of the animal allies of the award-winning Arc Animal Tarot and Oracle deck for your Pick a Card Daily Tarot reading. Also today is, or all the month of September, is World Animal Remembrance Month, so take some time out during the month and pay honor and homage to all of the animal ancestors across the world. Mondays are, wow, they are some kind of day, right? I call them moan days, but Mondays are the feels day. We get deep into our emotions. We're trying to start off the week with a clean slate, but we might be lugging and dragging some emotions from over the weekend or last week. You're not alone. The planetary ruling influence of Mondays is the moon. Oh my gosh, moon energy can make you feel so unseated and so flippy floppy with your emotions. It's one of the reasons that Monday is arguably the most challenging day of the week. But here's the good news. The chakra of Mondays is the root chakra. It's the red chakra, the Muladhara. I've never been able to pronounce the chakras, y'all. But it's just a country girl trying to speak Sanskrit. It never goes well, but I try. Anyway, so the root chakra's motto is, I am. So just know that your root chakra is holding you strong. And if you're feeling all flippy floppy like one of those guys, you know, those big guys at the car lots, you know, the big plastic come shop with me guys, you can tap into your root chakra energy and you will feel okay. The color is red, you know, maybe red might resonate with you today. And the element of the root chakra is earth. So that's why you've got, you know, the moon energy of Monday and the earth energy. You're like flipping back and forth and flipping back and forth. You're in good company, but now that you know that, you know where to anchor on too. And so now, what is the card for today? Ta-da! The most perfect card that could ever be for a Monday, the polar bear as the star card. Why is that? So why is a polar bear as the star card? Why is that perfect for today's daily tarot reading? Well, first of all, the star card in the traditional Rider Waite tarot, which is everything that the arc is based on, right, is the traditional Rider Waite tarot, infusing it and energizing it and making it even more powerful with all the animal allies. It is the card of the greatest healing, the greatest hope. It is all about the energy flow between the creative and your intuitive powers, your lunar consciousness, basically pure, limitless, just, I'm looking up at the sky because every time I think of the star card, it makes me feel that limitless potential, the limitless creativity that we always have available to us if we'll just keep that crown chakra open and keep that divine love and that divine energy flowing through and flowing through and flowing through, right? So when you talk about, well, okay, how does a polar bear go into all of that? Why is the polar bear the star card? Well, there are so many indigenous myths and legends and beautiful stories of polar bears being created from the stars, coming down from the skies, being just the greatest inspiration. The greatest visionaries and mystics have long had a deep connection with the polar bears, and it's through their stories and their legends that the energy persists and it keeps moving forward and it keeps being available to us, right? So polar bears survive. You know, one of the reasons that they're so unbelievably well respected is, you know, if you're a bear or any animal and you're living in the Arctic or anywhere where it's like so unbelievably frozen for at least half of the year, you know, other than if you were alive in a volcano or really even the deepest parts of the ocean, I would go so far as to say you're one heck of a survivalist. Like, you can survive the harshest things. And you keep surviving with the power of the star card, which keeps you understanding that hope is never lost. Inspiration is eternal. Creativity is eternal. All of those things are divinely inspired. And so today, on your Monday, you're carrying that kind of medicine and energy with you of the polar bear. Now, the other thing that you might experience today with polar bear energy is they are unbelievable, just unbelievably intelligent. In fact, they have really, their brains have been compared to the great apes, which, as you, without going down a whole rabbit trail of how close the ape brain is, you know, to the human brain, so on and so forth. It's really important that you know that, because Mondays can really make you feel like you've lost your last mind. Like your nerves are gone. You don't know what you're thinking. You're still in a little bit of a fog, but that's okay. Fogs lift, but your intelligence, that's there to stay forever. And it's really important that you know that today. The other thing it's important to know is that while I have, and pretty much everybody who photographs polar bears or draws them or whatever, you know, they're white, and they are white animals, but they really actually have a bluish cast to them. And it's another survival, it's a survival technique. And what that means is when you're in that pure white snow, the ice caps, the snowy mountains, you know, wherever you're at, it always has a bit of a blue sheen to it because it's reflecting Father Sky, which is usually blue. And so polar bears, you know, listen, they're a lot of amazing things, but stealthy, these giant lumbering animals are not. And even though they can move with much greater speed than you might imagine, especially if you're trying to move fast on a Monday, they can help you with that. Really, they're not long distance people. And you can hear that galumph, galumph, wham on the ice, wham on the snow from a mile away. So they really try to blend in with their background and hide in plain sight, which is a great lesson for you today. For the, you know, the tarot reading, the spirit, totem, and power animal reading that you're getting today, because sometimes when you want to be just kind of quiet with your emotions, or you don't want other people to know how much is going on inside of there, you might have to put on a happy face for your kids, for your partner, for your coworkers, for, you know, anything that you might be involved in that day. And that can be really difficult. It can be really difficult, especially with Mondays being ruled by the moon, which is about emotions. Y'all, it can be difficult. But polar bear gives you the energy and the power and the strength to be able to do that. Now, when I do my pick a card daily tarot readings, I always like to go through each animal as a spirit, totem, and power animal, because each of those has a different lesson and meaning behind it. And if you don't know the difference between spirit, totem, and power animals, look below in the comments section. You'll see a link to the video that explains that. So I'm not going to go through it in this video, but I will tell you that if polar bear is coming to you, if you feel or you think polar bear is coming to you today as a spirit animal, that polar bear is really trying to get through to you that you may be on the brink, right? Like you may be kind of close to the edge of, I don't know, your emotions, your, you know, maybe thinking about plans of action for the week or anything like that. Come back from the edge. For a polar bear, the water is perfectly fine. For you, you might freeze to death, right? So don't come back to us and really tap into the root chakra energy of today so that you can, you know, if you're all tied up in your feels, you may feel like, oh my God, all is lost. It's all over. It's not. It really is not. The star card is telling you today is a day of hope. Today is a day of healing. Everything you could ever possibly want is being divinely guided and divinely inspired. And you just have to wake up, come out of your bad dream, wake up, see it, live it. Remember, the root chakra's motto is I am, and you are powerful. You can do this. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you stop crying. So no more tears. No more bad feelings, no more negative self-talk. Star and polar bear are helping you shine your brightest light today. So let's say that you are a polar bear totem animal person. And even though your zodiac sign is your birth totem, right? And that's in Western zodiac, Chinese zodiac, Native American zodiac, Celtic zodiac, even Mayan and Aztec zodiac. And there are probably, there are other zodiacal systems out there I probably don't even know about. But your animal that you were born under, now that's your original animal. So like, for instance, I'm a Scorpio, but I don't really resonate with scorpions. I have a lot of Scorpio tendencies, but the animal that I've always resonated with most and been most like is the bear. In fact, I jokingly call myself Bernadette a lot of times. And when my friends and family see I'm getting all riled up, they're like, oh God, here she comes, Bernadette, move along. So you might really have adopted, or polar bear has adopted you as your totem animal, right? And that is important for you to know and understand, because polar bear, now there are a lot of animals that are super tied into like visionaries and psychics and mystics and shaman, but polar bear is like one of the top 5 that you just see all the time, hear all the time. There's always legends you can read about them, myths and stories, and all of those things. They have just been revered and honored, and just for centuries and centuries, and with such good reason. They're not all animals are unique, but polar bears, okay, y'all read on my website, whatismyspiritanimal.com, about polar bears. You can't believe the things these mammals can do, can be, can accomplish. It's amazing. Anyway, so if you are a totem animal person with the polar bear, whatever is going on today, it's going to be really easy for you to cut through the BS that's swirling around you, everybody else's emotions, even your own emotions, the down, because, oh, it's Monday, I got to be at work, I got to do this, I got to do that. You're the one that's going to use that time, this Monday, as the literal star card. You're going to be able to see the hope. You're going to be able to see how to help heal other people. Good for you. Rock on. I honor you with your bad self. Okay. Let's say that it's Monday for you and you just are feeling really depleted, mind, body, and spirit, but really mostly spirit. That's easy to understand, because when you're dealing with moon energies, as much as it's so helpful and so healing to us to tap into our own emotions and work with them and feel them and don't judge them and let them flow through us and yak. Sometimes it's just too much, and you're just like, I am so over it. I just either want 4 gallons of coffee or the biggest margarita that's ever been made on this earth ever, and I need it stat. Okay, that's when your spirit is depleted, and that's when it's time to just take a minute and invoke your power animal, invoke polar bear as your power animal, to give you that extra oomph that you're going to need to just chill out and open up your divine, chakra up there, and just let all of that sparkly, iridescent, white, beautiful light just fill you, and just start in here, fill every crevice of your body, pushing down and pushing out anything negative, anything that doesn't serve you. Keep it flowing. Visualize that divine white light cleansing you and pushing everything out into Mother Earth. She is the ultimate recycler. You never have to be worried about filling her with too much. She's got you. Believe me, you're part of her and she's part of you. But as a totality, she's probably got a little more power than you do at this time. Although, one of the other reasons that I work with spirit, totem, and power animals is to help people understand how truly powerful they really are. And that by tapping in and using these energies, you can live a wild and free existence and live life on your own terms, which on a Monday, it can be very difficult to believe. So I hope that is helpful. That's a lot of great information to help you through this Monday. And I just wish for you the very best Monday possible. But at the end of it all, what's the most important thing? To stay wild.